Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So I met Johnedra like I think a couple weeks ago, and she's an actress. Yeah, I can't just say actress. I gotta say actress like that. So she was cool from the first day I met her, man. And after that, we just start talking. I know she was she's also a part of Real Talk 100, Can't Sugarcoat Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, yeah. Please correct me.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So yeah, but yeah, Johnedra, go ahead and tell the world about yourself. Tell us about you.
Okay, well, I actually took off a year from acting and started doing more of directing, the back part of it. Only because the reason why I took some time out, I think a lot of people are not as dedicated, as they should, and that starts from the producers, the writers. It's a lot of time consuming and finances are involved. But I love acting. I've been acting since I've been a little kid, like elementary school. I'm also a writer. I write plays. I'm writing this. I'm on my second book. But besides that, my normal life, I'm a mother of 3 adult children. My kids are 24, 23, and 19 getting to be 20 next month. That's my baby. But I also work for Harris County as a county investigator. That's my 9 to 5. Outside of that, I'm a life coach. Walls with life coaching. Name of that. Walls is my last name, and it actually worked out perfect when I was trying to decide of the name for my company, because in order for us to fix it ourselves, we got to serve from within on out. So it worked out with the name. Again, that's Walk in Life Coaching. I also have a phlebotomy school. It's called IDC Learning. The IDC is my kid, Ishmael Destiny Corinthians, and I chose to start the school this year in January. Start that school because I wanted to be residual income for my kids, and when they decide to have kids or married or whatever, I wanted to have some ongoing income. I don't want them to have to go through what I went through. So, and then not only depending on somebody else payroll, whatever. So that's been going well. Again, it's IDC Phlebotomy Learning Center. I only have one person. My classes are 4 weeks long, but it's only 2 days a week. One person that has graduated from my class is not working because of them. They're not putting the effort. They're not applying themselves. So I'm really excited about that because I've been doing phlebotomy for 23. So it was a passion. I can do it with my eyes, literally. I draw my own blood, So that passion of mine, because it was a entry level into the medical that got me to where I'm at now. So I choose to tell people, start somewhere, take a little short class. You don't have to take, but just do something to get out there. For one, medical field ain't going nowhere. So besides that, I have a business fair today with Mitchell. It's gonna be off the Beltway, and business fair is like a job fair. But it's a business fair to teach people about entrepreneurship, again, about getting extra money without putting in it work. Like you just sitting, and it's good because I now have experience sitting at home and ding, I get a cash out. I've been waiting on that. I ain't know yet, and even I was sitting in class yesterday and I'm helping these people get to their goals and talk to them about short-term goals and long-term goals. That's my first day of class, short-term goals, long-term. Because I want to help you get to where you at. It's not just class, it's ministry to me. Well, so I sit there and I was looking like how it's a blessing just to be able to help somebody. Adults, we're not, so it's grown people my age and they're trying to support. I wish I had somebody that would teach me or could have showed me that when I was younger. Now I'm 42 and I feel like I'm just not getting myself together. I'm just now getting my life, and just now kind of understanding and learning how, and do things. So basically that's it. That's what I do. I've been in a lot of, I actually just became a part of another show, but I'm in that play. I'm actually in a what is it called? Reality show. That I can't speak on that because we're recording and it can't come, we can't speak on that till it come out. I'm in another play. I play different characters. I have an old lady character. That I'm actually doing a show with CSC Entertainment. I do, I guess I want to say a part of CSC Entertainment when I'm doing plays and things like that. I co-host sometimes on the radio show, Real Talk Radio, but really, I don't think I'm co-host material. I mean, I may be. I don't think I have time to be a co-host. I just want to be on the show, So I do that. Do radio personality at times, and I do speaking engagements. I speak at church. I'm very faithful in church. That's my number one ministry, my number one thing that I do. I sing in the background at church, and that's about it, And on my times that I'm not working, I'm always at work. I'm at home. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like best as far as being like in the play, part of the play, or you like the directing part of it, behind the scenes more?
I love being in the play. I love acting because acting you can be versatile. You could be whoever you want to be. It's just like social media.
Right.
You could be whatever you want to be on social media. It's like, so acting is really good because you get to bring out different emotions. Sometimes with acting, some stuff that you don't think that you're dealing with, kind of stuff you done push in the back of your head, and then you get to acting it out or seeing your other co-actors acting, and it brings out certain emotions or kind of helps you, help some situations, So I love it because you can just be what you want to be.
Yeah.
I want to play a gangster. I haven't played a gangster role, and I want to play an officer role. I want to, play like a real tough role.
Right.
They always give me wife roles, these old ladies, nice roles. I want to.
Well, maybe that's the role you got to write for yourself. You say you're a writer, right?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Write it for yourself.
As she sips her drink, when you tell her, drop them gems, like, yes, I will.
It's a nasty smoothie.
Oh my God. So first of all, shout out to CSC Entertainment, Can't Sugarcoat, Tawana Pitts and husband, Johnny Pitt. Great play. And that's where I met Johnedra at on the stage play, You Only Get One. And I think it was the second day is when you were there. And like, I was just in the back chilling, and they said, Johnedra. I'm like, who's this? Who's this? And so, and then that's when I finally met you. And then you was holding things down there, with getting the show going and everything else. And I'm like, man, who's this simple woman just handling things like she just came through? I'm like, man, okay. So I applaud you and thank you for, coming in at that point in time and just doing your thing. And I just to hear all that you just told us, you got your own business, you got, your students, and, you direct, and then you're an actress. And then how do you balance
out the two? Because you work for Harris County as an investigator?
I work for, I work, that's Monday through Friday. I get off no later than 5 o'clock. So 4:59, I'm not answering my phone no more.
So you investigate what? Like,
I'm a public health investigator. I investigate public health. Like y'all remember that roach that came out that pizza?
Oh, you know what? I got some places I need for you.
So you like the Marvin Zilla?
She Marvin Zilla. I got some spots on 1960.
But basically what I investigate is like different like illnesses, diseases, and things like that, or just my role is to stop the spread. Basically, that's the main thing, stop the spread.
Okay.
So I started really going into detail investigating, for us calling other people, whether it be your job, whatever it is, it's crazy these days because a lot of people don't want help. And I'm gonna say they don't want help I don't know if they don't want it or they don't want nobody else to know that they need it. Because what it is if somebody gives somebody else or the possibility of giving somebody else something, they don't want them to know I gave it to you, you know, so they keep it a secret. But it's my job. I gotta tell you because we gotta get everybody treated and stuff like that. So when I say investigation, like you gotta really go back, you gotta harass these people, and they be kind of rude. I get all the difficult patients because I know how to talk to people, maneuver, you know, maneuver around and just get to know them, like get to let them know I'm there to help them, not just getting their business or judge them. I guess when people, I don't know why I don't have an issue with that. But some other people had they tell you they ain't who they are, and you be right in their face. But I want to speak on you speaking on me, Joffrey.
Yes, ma'am.
Call you Joffrey. When I heard of you before I met you, I didn't hear about acting, but what I heard of was all the positive things about you, which was it was a lot of situations going on, or it's a negative situation, or people wanted to quit or give up or things like that. And I always say that Joffrey was he would tell us this, you would say some positive, praying with him. You would always get him, turn him back around, you know, get him back in the good one. So I was like, oh my God, like who was this person who, because I knew it was a lot of things going on. It was a lot of stuff going on, like tried to stop that play, tried to end it, a lot of things happening. But for you to be new to the situation, to see it and was able to just be able to reach people and connect and change the whole atmosphere, I was like, oh, that's cool. And, you know, shout out to my BFF, Corvus.
Yeah.
Like that, to give him a shout out. He was always telling me about you, like always, like I was like, cut somebody out, and Johnny said, no, whatever. You know, so I appreciate you with just changing the atmosphere of the whole thing every time. I mean, I kept, it wasn't just from him, I was hearing from Slappy, you know, things like that. So then, when I came to the show that day, I came one time before to rehearsal. And it was crazy. And this is nobody, don't ever do that. I was supposed to be the director, but I never came. But I knew that when I came, I could get it together. So that's why I promised something that one time. So, I mean, I was a stage manager. And or something I was I a director, stage manager, whatever I was. But anyway, so that day when I came, yeah, you got on stage, and it was like, when I was asking who you were before you came out on stage, it was like, oh, new actor. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever. And so I'm like, that's cool. You got an opportunity with somebody who's known, well known. CSC has did several plays. They had sold out shows several times. So to come out and actually be in that place that you were at, the guy who owns that actual theater, that was a good thing. And there was other people out in the audience, different playwrights. I think I'm telling y'all that playwrights, and they come and they scout people. So it was different people out there. So that's why I kept coming back there telling y'all things. And when you came out on stage, you took it to be a new actor. I don't know who taught you, self-taught.
Yeah.
But you came out like you've been on Tyler Perry shows, you know, like you came out and you stole that stage. And I was like, I was yelling from, I don't know if y'all heard, because even though I was crying, I was yelling from the sidelines, like, like I'm in church, boy, you better say, you know, but I was just really surprised, like, oh my God, like you came out and you stole every time you hit it, whatever it was, you stole it, you took it, you know, you came out like that's your place. And I just want to encourage you to keep pushing and tell you that is your place on stage. That is your place behind the camera. I don't know if what's his name, Chris and
Mike.
Yeah.
Did y'all come to the show?
Yeah, I was there.
We showed up.
We was
Y'all
there.
saw you, boy.
I saw
Y'all
him.
Sunday, I came Saturday.
We came Sunday.
I was there Sunday.
We seen.
Yeah, we seen
Oh, y'all
him.
saw me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were in the crowd. They were in the crowd, and it's probably because you had so much going on that day, Johnedra, that you probably didn't like really focus. And after everything was like, you know, settled.
Yeah, then everything was over with, people was asking me about life coaching and stuff in the school.
Yeah. Yeah, you was busy. Well, you know, first and foremost, thank you for that. I really greatly appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to see you. Well, when you are, acting, I'm looking forward to. So let us know, and we'll show up and we'll support you.
Okay.
Whenever it is that you're doing. Yeah, and for our viewers who heard us say the roach inside the pizza. So myself and Mike, you know how a couple weeks ago, me and Mike was on Real Talk Radio 100, and so Johnedra bought she bought some pizza from Little Caesars. So I don't know what Little
On
Caesars.
Memorial and Antoine, next to the Family Dollar in the
Ooh,
Town.
Little Caesar there and put you on blast. I wasn't gonna say your name. I was just gonna say pizza.
I was hey man, so just be careful with that Little Caesar right there. Hey man.
Shake the pizza. Cause
he was just chilling.
Cause I can see that if you come into your house, take your shoes off. Don't sit on my couch for too long. And make sure you shake your clothes.
Oh,
because that was a big deal. That was a big deal leaving out that parking lot.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if there was another one hiding up under, then I had to take it back to the place.
Then it was
and they go, when I
took
it back, they said we never had that happen. I say I don't see why not. When you got crumbs out on the floor over there and blah 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 whatever, and I'm looking like what? So first thing I looked for was who cleared this thing yet. I looked at Harris County thing, and I said, look, I ain't gonna tell them y'all. But I showed them my badge. Just let me tell y'all something. Why y'all up here lying to me, telling me? I showed them everything in there. I said, y'all got. They had the little slots where you put how do you slide the pizza in?
Yeah.
They weren't even closed. And then they had it to where the pizza slides all the way at the bottom, where it was almost to the floor. You can't tell me y'all ain't got roaches.
Oh my gosh, man. Isn't that the worst though?
Man,
like when
I'm gonna sip on this again.
I know.
And that was and that roach wasn't even scared of us. He looked like he ride along with the pizza all the time. Because he was just, we opened up the box, he was just sitting there. He didn't run, nothing. He just sat there.
Like I said,
I had a cousin that does similar work, and she had to close down her favorite restaurant. Like, have it ever happened to you? They say don't visit your favorite restaurants in that line of work.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Well,
I bet they talk about her now.
Well, one time I was at Timmy Chan's and I came home with the food and I put it on the stove. We had ants real bad at my mom's house. So as I got out of the shower, got my food, there was little ants coming out of the rice, but it didn't stop me.
He's strong. That made you a man.
Yes, right. Yeah. Exactly.
I guess it's
lessons, life, learning.
Look, y'all.
Because I stay on 1960. That's all the way in Lockwood. I'm not going back over there, and I paid $5.50. I'm not going back over there.
Why y'all laughing
around it?
I'm from the hood. I'm from. Let me shout out to I'm from Acres Home. Let me shout out to Acres Home. But we done had some rats. We done had some roaches. We done had mice. We done had all types of stuff, And I said after that, I wonder how many times, because if I wouldn't have saw that roach, or if I would have pretended like I didn't see that roach, y'all would have ate that roach. Y'all know that, right?
No, not me. Because I said no in the beginning. The spirit told me say no.
Oh man.
So I bet it was plenty of times we done ate some roaches or some ants. Or if we go to Timmy Chan's, we probably ate more than that.
Oh Lord.
I know I ate some ants for sure that night.
You probably ate some cats too.
Oh my goodness.
Eating from Timmy Chan's.
I'm fine with that. It's all good.
I guess it was.
Actually, it is a chicken shortage. So if the Chinese restaurants still got chicken.
You see, Wingstop and change to Thigh Stop.
Thigh Stop. Okay, so that's real chicken.
Hopefully that's real chicken.
No,
hopefully that's real chicken.
I just came from Mexico, and I was sick as a dog when I came back, a whole week. My stomach I think my stomach stayed out there. Man, so I ordered some wings. When the wings came to the table, I ordered 8 wings. The wing was this little. I said, "Nah, baby, there ain't no wing." I said, unless y'all must gave her a C-section and took them kids out early because them chickens not ready.
God,
There's
no.
something going
That
to Mexico.
it was that little. I say them chickens ain't ready. They weren't ready to be born yet. It
No,
was
they're not.
so little. And then when I peeled it, it wouldn't even white meat. It was like brown. Nah, baby, they ain't no chicken. I don't know what it is.
Like,
They ain't no
no.
chicken.
There's something about going to Mexico. When I went to Mexico, out to Mexico City, I can say that was the best quesadilla and the worst quesadilla I ever had. When you see the men's restroom with a line around the corner, yeah.
We had, when we got, it was time for us to come home. So that night before, we our backs was hurting and stuff. And I was like, damn, something, because we had a massage that morning, like maybe they did a little too deep tissue.
Mhm.
But that next morning, can y'all bring another roll of toilet paper? I said, they don't want us to go home. I was so scared, man. I was eating Pepto-Bismol, the tablets so much because we had to go on this flight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my, I'm talking about sweating hard, everything. I didn't take the COVID test. When I got to my job was like, did you take the COVID test? I couldn't even drink water without it coming up. And I'm like, and like he said, that food is so good. But so then here I go, I'm on Google, and it's called traveler's sickness. Like, because you're trying to adjust your body to something out there. So they was like, you're not supposed to drink the water. I'm like, I wasn't drinking the water. But taking a shower, you got to make sure you touch your lips. You can't brush your teeth with the water. And then they say because it's feces in their water.
Oh, wow. That's how.
So then I thought about the drinks with the ice cubes.
Oh my!
I'm like, I sat here and drank some shit.
Yeah.
You know.
So that means the taco trucks and the food trucks.
Everything.
All
everything.
That. God, I'm going on a detox.
Yeah, you got the detox for real. You got the detox.
No, you don't need to go on a detox. Just eat it, and you're gonna detox.
You're gonna detox regardless.
You're gonna detox regardless.
Regardless.
I salute you because you are keeping these city foods.
Yeah.
On the up and up.
I really do.
As far as life coaching, just like, I guess, what's the most rewarding part for you about that?
My slogan is helping you get back to you. That's the most rewarding part, is like somebody coming in, and it's not just about, I don't want to just focus on like relationships. It's about if you undecided on what career to take, if you undecided if I should leave my job, undecided should I leave my relationship, should I quit talking to my sister or whatever. It's just, whatever undecisive thing you got going on in your life, or you just need help with making a choice, or you don't know, you know you want to change, but you don't know what to do. You don't know where to start. Or loss of a loved one, grief and things like that. And also with life coaching, you got to know what's not for you. And I'm saying that because I have somebody who's been reaching out to me for about 2 months, and I kept referring him out. He only wanted to talk to me because I've been knowing him since I've been a little kid. But I didn't deal with him because he lost his child. And the reason why, because matter of fact, I just lost an uncle a couple of days ago. And I lost my grandmother last year, and the anniversary just happened. My grandmother, I think I was telling you about that. My grandmother, she raised me. She was my heart. I went to her in the morning before work. I took a lunch break. I took a low-paying job so I could be close to her. Took a lunch break to go feed her, give her medicine. I went after work. Like she did everything. She raised me. And she got taken away. She didn't taken away by COVID. She didn't have COVID when she passed, but COVID took her from me, in a rehab from falling, and she ended up getting COVID. So even after that time, my aunt died of her oldest child, who also got custody of me when I was in high school. She passed, and then I had 2 more relatives pass. I had 3 pass this year. So death just been kind of circling around. So when this young man needed my help, he thought I was being kind of like just ignoring him. I was ignoring him on one factor because you also have to distinguish between somebody flirting and not. And I ain't got, I don't have time for it, because people are calling me like, I gotta fix my life, and they just, want to talk, ask stuff like that, whatever. Yeah. And so he was flirting, and then he would reach out to me 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning, or he would respond to my post through Messenger So I'm staying away from that. Like, I want to help you, but I'm not gonna help you with that sense. Plus, I told him I had to. So everybody I referred him to, they would call me and say he only wants you. So the last girl I referred him on Monday, and she called me Monday evening. She said, "Hey, about that dude, I said, I already know what you was gonna say." She said he only wants you. And so I had to reach out to him last night, and I said, I understand that you want me to reach. He said, well, he said, I grew up, you know, as a man, you grow up and you're not supposed to share your feelings and things like that. You're not supposed to show your emotions. He said, now that I know I need help, I'm reaching out because I want to talk. When you reach out to me at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, he said that's when things get to bothering him. And I told him, I had to let him know that I couldn't help him in that area because I'm still hurting myself. I don't want both of us sitting on the couch crying.
Right.
You know, so I feel like I will hurt him more than I will help him. So that's one area that I know that right now, I need coaching myself on, and I know I can't help. So as a coach, you got to know, what to do, and you know who to help and who can't help. You got to distinguish the two. Yeah. And that's about it. I mean, it's been really good. You know, I have to also let people know, you know, doing it that I have like contracts. I can't share your stuff with your wife, or you know, if people say, you know, Kawana always say she's my coach, she did this and that. Nobody ever know that if you don't tell it. If you don't say it.
I know that has to be tough, just being able to, especially not taking home with you, because you're dealing with a lot of emotional stuff from other people that they put on you as well. So I know it has to be tough to be able to not only handle your stuff, but you're taking on other people's emotional stuff that's headed your way as well. So.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to become a garbage can, right? But a recycle bin. You understand the difference?
Yeah.
So that's it. You know, a lot of some stories hit me. I got more things hit me dealing with phlebotomy because I hear stories. You know, I have granted a lot of people free courses, not because of them coming to me telling me their story, because of discernment. God showing me things. You know, I don't help people who are expecting a handout. You can come to me and say, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. I lost my car, I lost my job, I lost this, I lost that, you know, and all that. I'm not going to help you because you asking for help. You won't help. I like to help people who's helping themselves. And that's only because of what I've been through. You know, ain't nobody gave me nothing. You know, I came from a lot. You know, I wasn't always this person. I used to go to jail. I was in a gang. You know, in and out of jail, I was fighting, selling drugs. You know, a lot of stuff. It took me a lot to get to where I'm at. You know, I grew up with nothing but around hustlers, drug dealers. So my grandmother, not the one who passed, but on my dad's side, she tell us you either gonna sell it or you're gonna smoke it. And that's what we had to do as a child. So we grew up hustling. And when things would get hard, when I tried to go the right way, when things would get hard, I knew nothing but to go back, you know, to that. So I just thank God for deliverance. I thank God for showing me other avenues to make money, or just other avenues to take my mind off it and show my kids. But I never moved my kids to the hood. When I had my first child, moved to Homebound. So you got to find your niche. Like you got to find what works for you. And coaching, I've been a coach all my life. I've always wanted to help people not become who I was back then. I wanted to be the person who I needed growing up. So
that's crazy. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's crazy with all your life experiences, and I know, of course, your life coach and everything, that you took, you know, what happened earlier within your life and using that as a blessing to help others and guide others. And so I think what you're doing is a beautiful and amazing thing. And I know it takes a lot for you to, like they say, calm down from and not taking those things with you, and helping others with it. So what was your final breaking point to, you know, say, I need to turn my life around for the better? And what was the cause of that? You know, who started that?
Oh, I can. So one time I was selling drugs, and I was going to a football game, the U of H, and had my kids with me, but I wasn't selling drugs at the game, but I had drugs on me.
Right.
So somebody actually had hit my car, and the person that hit me kept going. They didn't even realize they hit me. And but I chased that car down and fought the person, like pulled the person out the vehicle, and I was fighting or whatever. Anyway, had to get pulled over. The person actually worked for U of H. So here come all U of H police, and of course they was like throwing me against the car and stuff like that. And my kids was there, or well, my kids was actually in the car with somebody else. So they went in the car with me. So when my cousin then pulled up with my kids, my kids was watching and looking, they was just crying, like screaming, you know, don't take my mom to jail and stuff like that. And their dad had to come pick them up. Now their dad, when we were together and married, he was very abusive to me. He was a good father, but a bad husband. But when we divorced, separated, he became both. A bad father, he became inactive, still not active in their life, but he also got hooked on drugs really bad. You know, he was shooting up drugs, snorting powder, all type of stuff. So it wasn't a place for them to go. But I remember him coming to the back seat of that police car, and he said, "You never gonna get your kids back, bitch," like that. That was my breaking point, because I knew at that point, I feel like I was doing what I need to do as a mother by working and hustling to try to make ends meet. But I really wasn't. You know, I should have just, you know, I feel like I was doing, you know, I'm taking it, because I never did drugs, I never drink, I don't club, I never did any of that. But that did make me a really good parent, because even though I'm doing this, now look at what I thought was bringing extra money to help provide for my children. Look where it put me at.
Yeah.
And when he said that to me, I knew it wasn't a place for them to go, you know. And so I got bonded out. I was in jail for a little minute because my past caught up with me when I was there. When I got bonded out, I made it down to the bottom floor, and they told me I had to go back up, that I had a blue warrant, and it was for something I had did way prior. It was a fight and all that stuff that happened. And the people was looking for me, and they had been looking for me. So to go there, and then my grandmother came to visit me, the one who raised me, and she was just crying. I remember sitting there when they made me go back up. I had put in my mind like on set it off. Like I had my little braids in my head, you know. I'm sitting there and nothing. I just didn't care. I had no bra, no nothing. I don't care. I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, forget the world. So like I'm finna just sit this time out. And my grandma came and she was just crying. She said, never in a million years would have thought I would see you behind bars. And she said, get yourself together.
Wow.
And she said, every time I turn around, I'm in jail. That's not how I raised you. But I was just trying, my goal was I wanted to make sure my grandma had it all. Like I never wanted her to want for anything, because she took care of me, but I was going about it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a right way to do things. And now look at now, like I'm living good. I have a nice house. I'm doing this all by myself, me and my kids. And that's my goal. I'm gonna make sure my kids, and I took when I finally got released, and it said, and I finished my community service, and say you are no longer the property of the state of Texas. And I was like, I belong to the state of Texas. And that paper said, you no longer the property of the state of Texas. I'm like, when I was released, I said I would never, I don't care if I have to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever I need to do. I'm gonna make sure my kids don't ever see that again. That was hurtful. Don't ever see that again. And I'm gonna make sure I never come here again. And I'm gonna make sure I make money. If I don't got it, I don't need it. We went where we would have noodles. My kids never knew the struggle. They never knew it. If I say, oh, I ain't hungry, you know, I already ate, I'll be lying just to make sure my kids eat, you know, but I never went that route again. And so that was my breaking point, was that.
Oh, no, that's a story.
That's good. That's good. That's really good.
Now, one last question for me is being stuff that you've been through, you know, the ups and downs. Do you channel that into your art now, as far as your writing? I know you say you have some books and that as motivation when playing certain characters in your plays and stuff.
Yeah, I use it. I use it a lot in my acting. My mom's still living, but she's addicted to drugs. She's been on drugs for 7. So I use a lot of everything I went through. It helps me help somebody. You know how the word says, he'll never put more on you than you can bear. And we look we always look at these other people like, dang, they good people and they ain't going through nothing, or we feel like they're blessed and stuff like that. But I see why God puts certain things on certain people, because if it was somebody else went through what I went through, they'd probably be smoking crack right now or still in jail.
They couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle it. So I really see that, and I really see that he gives it to us. We go through what we go through so we can help the next person. You know, it's a testimony. So we help the next person. So I do use it. I in my acting. Crackhead Ruben, that was one of my ideas.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That was one of my ideas. And when I played Gertrude, I used to say this line: clap your hands as you're walking out the door, so I can make sure you're not stealing nothing. Because if you clap them, and my grandmother used to say that to my mom. So
I'm gonna use that. I'm going to use that.
I got you.
Clap your hands while you walk around those. I'm
gonna use that. Next family get together, I'm gonna use that.
So, and my grandma used to always say, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. And so why not? Why not? And today, my cousin, she says something about every day she forces her, make herself smile. She shakes herself, something like she turns her day around. Like every day she makes herself smile or whatever. So I'm like, and that's what we gotta do. Like we gotta force ourselves, we gotta make ourselves. And so I just laugh, I smile, I joke. Nothing don't hold me down long. I may cry about it, but I really learned. I used to have anxiety really bad when my kids were really younger. Oh my God, if I don't do this, I don't do that. This lights gonna get cut out, we're gonna be homeless, whatever. Because I done been homeless with my kids, sleeping in the car, things like that. But now I look at it, God either ordained it or allowed it. Either way, he got it. Ain't no point of worrying about it. He gonna fix it. And then I just look stupid with God. Like I'm up here worrying about it, and then I come home, I'm out of stress. Always the whole time at work, I get home, I got a check in the mail for exactly what I need. So that would always happen. Or I get a call. Hey, I meant to call you earlier. I want to help you. I want to take you and your kids get groceries. And I'm up here at work trying to figure out. So I'm like, it's so true. While we trying to figure out, God already worked out. So I'm like, I always look at stupid, and God be like, I told you I got it.
Yeah.
Johnedra, your story is amazing. I wish we can chop it up and talk, and we might like to get you on another time. So it'll be like a part 2.
Yeah, because I got to get my lashes done.
Tell us where we can follow you. Tell everybody where they can, see, get your book.
Right. Like that. My phone number, if anybody wants to start classes or life coaching, is my personal number, and I do answer. If I don't, text me, but it's 832-352-5959. I'm on Facebook. My personal page is Johnedra, JOHNEDRA JAE Walls, WALLS. I also have a page for the Phlebotomy Center, IDC Phlebotomy Learning Center, and Walls Within Coaching have a page as well. Instagram, I have Walls Within Coach Joe. That's on Instagram as well. And that's it. My office for the course and the coaching is off of Walters Road 1960. But anyway, just call me 832-352-5959 or look me up on Facebook and just message me.
We greatly appreciate it.
We appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we most definitely have to have you. Thank you again. We most definitely have to have you on another time to tell us about some more stories and conversate. It was a great show. Thank you so much.
You gotta put your office hours up like the dude did on 5 Heartbeats. You remember on 5 office hours are from between.
Don't call me after 8.
There you go. See, you gotta let them know, because you putting all your information out there. They're gonna call you at 2 or 3 o'clock.
And don't call me with that bull crap. Don't be calling me.
You got to. That's right.
Don't be asking me on no dates.
There you go.
I ain't no Netflix and chill type of person. So baby, Nah.
Put some work
Because
in.
when you put your information out there, people call you at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes you just got
No, okay, let me say that.
Yeah.
If you, baby, only person up at that, only people. What they say, wild morning legs. But I'm gonna tell you, call God, 911.
Yeah.
I can help
Yeah.
you at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Oh, my
weirdos here on this whole great internet. So.
Yeah.
It make no doggone sense.
Right.
Janedra, many
Well,
blessings
what's
to
in the song? May God be with you.
you.
Bye, y'all.
God be with you.
Be with you.
Till we meet again.
Oh, everybody get that.
Again.
Oh,
What I
the
said
church.
to one, I said to all. Watch, fight, and pray. Live holy every day. I'm finna hang up this phone on y'all. Bye.
You good. Have a good one.
Have a good one.